Welcome to the Rother Valley Railway. My name's Trevor. I'm the Communications Officer for the railway, and today I'll be giving you a tour of the station site. I'll give you a bit of the railway's history, and then we'll take a look around the new station and what we've done here. We and the railway are here largely because of one man, Colonel Holman Frederick Stevens. Stevens, or Holly to his close friends, although brought up in an arty family, chose to study engineering at university. He then took on an apprenticeship at the Metropolitan Railway Workshops in Neaston in 1881, and then began a 40-year career of building and managing light railways. He was behind the construction of no less than 16 light railways across England and Wales. The Rother Valley Railway is one of these, built under Stevens' direction in 1899 and opening in the spring of 1900. The line ran from Robertsbridge to a station a mile and a half short of Tenterden, 14 miles to the east along the Rother Valley. In 1903, the line was extended to the present Tenterden Town Station and the old eastern terminus renamed Rolvenden. Between 1904 and 1905, the railway was extended again to a junction with the South East and Chatham Railway at Headcorn and was renamed the Kent and East Sussex Light Railway. The railway survived the 1923 grouping of railways and remained independent until it was taken over by British Railways in 1948. Passenger trains stopped running on the line in 1954 and the extension through to Headcorn was dismantled the following year. Freight services continued between Robertsbridge and Tenterden until the summer of 1961, when the line closed completely. Almost as soon as the line closed, the Kent and East Sussex Railway Preservation Society was formed. Trains first ran again in February 1974 and the line was extended westward in stages, reaching Wittersham Road in 1977, Northiam in 1990 and finally Bodiam in 2000, 100 years to the day from the original opening of the line to passengers under Colonel Stevens' management. There were complications, however, which prevented the Kent and East Sussex Railway from continuing the rebuilding beyond Bodiam. Enter the Rother Valley Railway, formed in 1991 with the Tenterden Railway Company approval to restore the missing rail link between Bodiam and Robertsbridge. We propose to reconstruct this last 3.5 mile stretch linking to the national network at Robertsbridge Junction and joining to the Kent and East Sussex line at Bodiam, allowing through running for the full 14 miles, just as in Colonel Stevens' day. Since 1991, we've been acquiring sections of trackbed as and when possible, and we continue to negotiate with landowners to secure the remainder of the route. We're obtaining the necessary planning consents and orders to reopen the line for trains to run between Robertsbridge and Bodiam. We have now reconstructed 3/4 of a mile of track between Bodiam and Junction Road, and a further 1/3 of a mile from Robertsbridge Junction Station to North Bridge Street, requiring the sensitive reconstruction of 5 bridges carrying the line over watercourses draining the valley. We have all the materials, sleepers, rails, fixings to complete the railway, stockpiled ready to go. And of course, we're rebuilding Robertsbridge Junction Station, as I'll show you. We would like to think Colonel Stevens would have approved. The water tower here at Robertsbridge, it was erected here in August 2016. It has a long history with Colonel Stevens, however, as it was originally erected at the Montgomery and Shropshire Railway at Shrewsbury Abbey. With us, it was originally located to Wittersham Road on the Kent and East Sussex, and we had it refurbished in North Wales. If you take a look at the tank and the column, you'll notice that they have a grey polymer coating. We've decided to use this as a way to protect the metal against corrosion because of the ultra clean water that we'll be using. The banana vans located here were built in Southampton in 1960. They were used extensively on the Mid-Hants line to carry bananas, and we acquired them from Ramsgate, where they've been renovated to show standard. Here we have the base of the water tank. This will service the water tower. At the base will be the reverse osmosis plant, which purifies the water which will be pumped into the tank at the top, which will then service the water crane. And here we have the base of the station building, a key component of any station, I'm sure you'll agree. At the moment, we've only decided to do the base level. We're not going to erect above ground level at this stage. We do not want to be in a situation where we're paying rates and do not have any revenue. Any of you who have done construction will know that the key cost is always in the ground, and that's already been done here. The only part of the station we've already built is the toilet block, and we've done that for very functional reasons, as you would imagine. You'll notice the construction is with sash cord windows, and the colouring here is that of Cantonese Sussex, being the mauve brown and the cream on the canopy. The coaches on site are privately owned. The diesels are owned by the company. This particular vehicle is the GBLV, Goods Bogie Luggage Van, was bought by the supporters to act as a mess and comfort facilities for working on site. And here we have the Network Rail link. Every heritage railway wants to have one of these, and we have it for two particular reasons. To rebuild any line, thousands of tons of ballast will need to be moved, together with heavy machinery. If we look around us, we will see that the beautiful Rother Valley is something we want to protect. We do not want to have heavy vehicles and hundreds of lorries impacting those narrow roads and the environment. This connection means that we can bring in heavy materials by rail instead. Network Rail will of course earn revenue from our use of their lines to do this. The second reason that we have this particular connection is that there is now an opportunity for Network Rail and its contractors to train their staff and test and commission their vehicles without taking possession of the main line. On our track, workers are not exposed to the risks involved in working on or next to a live railway line. On the main line, if engineering works take longer than planned, trains can be delayed. There will inevitably be knock-on effects to passengers and business. Here on this line, they do not have to worry about timing issues when they get it wrong before they get it right. What it means for us is that we get Network Rail standard track laying. What we have at this location is the site of the engine shed. It looks like derelict land, but this has been set aside for that purpose. Although this is a station tour, it is worthwhile taking this small diversion to take a look down the line between the station site and North Bridge Street. In this section, we've built 5 bridges. What you're looking at the moment is bridge number 1. On this wall, the western face, it's unusual in that we've left the old abutment in situ, but behind it we reconstructed a new abutment to get the structural integrity we need for a quality build line. Thank you for joining us here at the Rother Valley Railway. We hope you found the platform tour informative, and we would welcome you on site on a Sunday or Wednesday throughout the year.